On today's Toy Spot, we're going to be having a look at DC Universe, Wave 3, the Solomon Grundy wave, Figure 5, Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern. And of course, before we have a look at the figure itself, we'll look at the packaging first. A starburst effect. It's got the orange explosion. There we go. The Green Lantern actually shows pretty well on the back because obviously he's not going to blend in like some of the other figures have. Down below you can see there's Green Lantern. At least a picture of his eyes. I really don't know why they do his eyes. I'm still kind of confused as to why they do that. I guess they want to use some artwork from the character somewhere on the front, and they try to keep this as a completely open window. Strange. On the side, he does come with the left leg of Solomon Grundy. On the back, the other figures in this wave, we got Nightwing, Deathstroke the Terminator, Robin, Sinestro, Green Lantern. And good old Mattel, buy all 5 to build your collect and connect Solomon Grundy. I didn't notice this, and actually I didn't notice this when I did the reviews of the other figures. Small parts may be generated. Okay, and it's got this poor sad little boy. So 3 and under. If you're watching my videos first of all and you're 3. Congratulations, because I don't know if. Anyways, yeah, if you're under 3 though, no Green Lantern for you guys. The biography on Green Lantern says, while training in a flight simulator test, pilot Hal Highball Jordan was suddenly transported to the crash site of an alien spacecraft. Recognizing Jordan as a man without fear, the injured alien passed to Jordan his green power ring, an energy battery, or lantern, which charged the ring. Jordan has since used the ring's fantastic powers for good, distinguishing himself as one of the finest members of the elite intergalactic police force known as the Green Lantern Corps. Statistics for Green Lantern. First appearance showcase number 22, October 1959. Real name Hal Jordan. Occupation test pilot. Base of operations Coast City, Sector 2814. Special abilities. As Green Lantern, Power Ring allows the user to create any energy, force, or construction imaginable simply by thinking it. The ring also allows unaided interstellar travel, offensive and defensive force fields, and serves as a universal database and translator. However, the ring must be charged every 24 hours and is susceptible to anything yellow. I started salivating while I was reading that statistic. I think I'm probably still reeling from the dust here. Now it is interesting that, of course, Hal Jordan, his ring is susceptible to the power or the color yellow, while obviously the Golden Age Green Lantern was susceptible to wood. So if you were a villain and you wanted to beat the Green Lantern, you just had to have armor made out of wood. So there is packaging on Green Lantern. What we'll do is we'll get this guy opened up and we will get a closer look at the figure. So stay tuned, guys. And now that the package is open, Green Lantern is out, we'll get a look at the figure. Of course, before we do, what do we always do, guys? Checklist time. Checklist. And this particular figure, the Green Lantern, comes with the left leg. The left leg of Solomon Grundy. We'll take the left, or actually the stump of Solomon Grundy, and as well, I don't know if anyone's been following the videos, but when I first took the torso out of the package, I couldn't quite figure out where this leg was going to go. Then, of course, you know, I got smart. Yeah, sometimes it happens. Sometimes, I don't know, I baffle myself, and I thought to myself, hey, that ain't right. Hey, there we go, we turned it. So we'll take the left leg and we'll peg it into place. You kind of have to tuck it up into his jacket, and we will peg. I figured the legs were going to give me the biggest problem. We'll peg, and I'll do this off camera here. You guys just entertain yourselves. There we go. And we will peg it into place. A little harder to get these in because, too, the legs bend out. So you kind of have to tuck it up and push it in. So, oh, looks like Solomon Grundy's almost done. We've got one part missing. And that would be his leg, his other leg. And we'll see how that progresses as we do the Sinestro figure. Maybe he'll be finished. Maybe he'll even, I don't know, maybe he'll still be missing a part. We'll have to see. So there's Solomon Grundy out of the way. Now we can look at Hal Jordan. I like the figure. I have one problem with the figure, though. The green isn't bad. I think the green could be a little brighter. Certainly there is no indication of dust like the other figures have been. But I think the green could be just a tad bit brighter. It kind of looks washed out on the figure. And it might just be me. That's not really my problem with the figure. I have one real problem with the figure, and that is the head. And I don't know, maybe I'm being too harsh on this figure, but to me it seems like the head is a little wide. Is it just me? I mean, I think if the figure's head was just a little thinner, like that, obviously it's hard to tell with my fingers here, but if the head was like that, I think I'd really like the figure. But the fact that, I don't know, it could just be his hair. The head just looks a little big to me. I mean, that aside, though, I mean, it's a nice figure. It's a nice figure. And I've always been a fan of Green Lantern. And I'm looking forward to the Kilowog set because it's got not only Kilowog, but is it Jade? I think it's Jade, and certainly, of course, John Stewart. So slowly we're creating and forming the Green Lantern Corps, and it's going to be nice having these guys all on display. But I like the Green Lantern. I just wish the colors were a little brighter. I wish the head wasn't as wide. Aside from that, though, the details are all there. You can see the Green Lantern logo. His ring also. I mean, it's not detailed, really. I think you can kind of make out that there's a symbol on there, but at least it's there. At least it's there. It's not like the Sinestro from the Justice League Unlimited figure line that, for some reason, of all the paint on the figure, they forgot and they omitted the yellow power ring. So at least this Sinestro has, or this Green Lantern has his ring. I probably will have it posed something like that with his hand ready to power up. But a very nice figure nonetheless. His accessory, of course, his one accessory, the only thing he really need to come with is his lantern, his battery. And I'm starting to get sniffles again. I think it's maybe just a cold I'm fighting. But he does hold his lantern really easy. I mean, it's not going to fall out or anything like that. It's a nice color. And I believe J.R.A. Nightmare, who does fantastic DC Universe figure reviews, when he did the review of this guy, I think he commented that the battery or the lantern really should have been the same color as his costume green. I'm almost on the side that I prefer the lantern lighter green, because it's energy, like it's like an energy. Same as if he had any, which actually brings me to my other point. If he had any accessories, like energy accessories, it would have been nice to have it this color rather than like a green, like this green. And just again, because of the fact that it's energy. That brings me to my other point, though. It would have been nice, and I know the DC Universe figures tend to have one accessory per figure. Some figures, like the Deathstroke, they threw a couple of accessories in, but it would have been nice if he had an energy, like an energy axe or an energy something, like that you could snap onto his hand here, just so it wasn't just his battery that he came with. But I mean, that's a small gripe. I'm not gonna take points away just because of that. But we'll put the battery down here. And in the way of his articulation, he has a ball-jointed head. Now, it doesn't seem... every once in a while, the figures look like they're ball-jointed, that they go up and down. Hal Jordan does go up and down. His neck's a bit stiff, though. And actually, I think the head looks a little better arched back like that. He has ball-jointed shoulders. He can swivel the bicep. You can bend the elbow. Rotate, of course, the wrist here. You can bend at the torso. Rotate at the waist. You can bend the leg out, forward and back. You can rotate the thigh, which is stiff. Bend at the knee, and also bend at the foot. Yes, the Green Lantern seems to be rather stiff, which actually, again, I much prefer the joints be stiff than be really loose. So overall, it's a good figure. I'm still, and it might just be me. If it is me, let me know. But I think the head's still a little too wide. If the head was a little more narrow, I think I'd like this figure a little bit more than what I do. I would give this figure a 7. And Robin is yet to be topped. No one has knocked Robin off the top spot yet. I've still got Sinestro. He might do it, I don't know. But a 7 for Hal Jordan. And that was a toy spot on the DC Universe Wave 3, the Solomon Grundy wave. And that was Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the remaining reviews of Wave 3 of DC Universe. And stay tuned for the finally completed Solomon Grundy. Oh, it's going to be good. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys at the next spot. Later.